Hello everyone, 2C Gaming. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A. I'm joined with Kate.
Hi guys.
And yeah, questions and answers. So, let's just get into it. Question 1. What is it like filming/voicing the Protectors?
It's quite good, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked having fun voicing Neutralizer, Serpent, all the main antagonists and protagonists. I liked Serpent. He's just so cool, and we'll get more to that in a minute.
Yeah, it is really fun voicing Stardust, Mora and everyone. And the new villain Time Loop, we didn't want a male villain every season, so we made a female villain instead.
And we promised for more diversity in the future.
So we will make more black people.
Yeah, and more like disabled or like, gay lesbian, trans, that sort of stuff, that jazz. Question 2. What is your favourite Protectors episode for season 1 to 3? My favourite episode, and I don't know, I might have said this in the past, but I don't think I have, is season 2, episode 8. Oh, wait, sorry. But question 1, yeah, it is really fun filming for Protectors. I love voicing Serpent, and it's really cool. Yeah. Kate loves voicing Virus, and we love voicing everyone. It's great. It can be a bit stressful sometimes, but, what happens, doesn't it? Question 2, what is it like? What's your favourite Protectors episode, season 1 to 3? No, because I went back, so we've not actually done that one yet.
My favourite episode was pardon me. My favourite episode was probably like season 2, episode 4.
Girls Night Out.
Yeah, because it just displays like girl power and everything, and it shows like Ophelia can definitely hold her own in a fight.
Yeah.
I'm a woman! Die! Yeah, the noise she made was a bit weird.
Yeah, it made me laugh. Sometimes I'll watch the episodes and be like, yeah, we could do that better. Or, we could do a plot twist for the next episode. Or something. And I like season 2, episode 8, Sting of the Serpent. I was a bit like, we should give it a catchy title. And yeah, that's what we did. Sting of the Serpent. Me and Kate were both a bit about it, but then we thought, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's my favourite episode by far.
Right, next question.
What was the best part to voice act? Question 3. I liked voicing the part where Tommy starts to explore the future in season 3. It was just like, in Saints Row there was a lot of unforeseen things. Like, there was a car that came into my bike as I was driving it. And I was just like, and I had to improvise because I didn't foresee that. So, I say improvise, we don't really have a script. But, that was my favourite part to voice act because it was so good. And it was just like Tommy getting used to the future. And when he went to Smiling Jack's, it made me really hungry. And I had to get downstairs to get a yogurt or something.
I love voicing all of it for each character. But I do mainly like voicing Stardust more than everyone else, but if I had to choose a part, I would say I quite like to film the part where Stardust and Ophelia make their first love scene together.
I'm just check on the time.
I know that sounded a bit wrong maybe, but I just mean because Stardust and Ophelia started a relationship.
I'm just checking the time, don't worry. Okay, 3 minutes in. Because, if we do this video for too long, then it won't record and we have to do it all over again. So, what was it? You liked...
When Ophelia and Stardust...
Oh, when they get in a relationship.
In episode 13, season 2.
Yeah, that part was such a good part to film, especially for the...
it was quite early, but then I realised
it was just perfect.
Yeah, and then I realised if it was a bit more late, then we wouldn't be able
really have too much time to delve into the prospect of the thing.
Especially what's going to be happening with season 3.
And season 4 will be the final season, but yeah. Question 4, was there any specific influences on the show? Well,
what, ideas?
Well, no, I might have said it wrong, but references or Easter eggs, you know what I mean? That sort of stuff. So basically, the President's driver in season 3, just before he's killed by Deadeye and Virus, because, spoiler alert, they do actually end up killing the President. They nuke a bomb on the island, which severely injured both Tommy and Katie, although Katie's probably injured just a little less, because Tommy goes, Katie, hide! And she starts to hide.
Yeah, she runs and hides in a tunnel. But
Tommy's caught in the blast.
And then so is Katie, but because the explosion was so forceful, it knocked her back and she hit a wall. That's why in the episode after that, she had her hair down because the force was so powerful. It knocked her hair down and she fell unconscious.
But the influence for President Hady's assassination, I looked up real assassinations. Like, I was doing my schoolwork and I thought, like, you know, I might just quickly look up a few assassinations just to give me an idea about how he could get assassinated. Because I thought originally he would get shot in the head by a sniper's bullet, just like John Kennedy was, JFK. And I thought, you know what, it would be cooler to have him, like, die while the protectors are trying to save him. Because the sniper's bullet is unexpected most of the time, and an explosion is just like... But the president's driver is called Argyle, and Argyle was the name, and if you've seen Die Hard, you'll know Argyle is the name of the driver for Bruce Willis, John McClane. And Die Hard's one of my favourite films. Hans Gruber's one of my all-time favourite villains. Was there any like references you put into Stardust or something?
Well, it wasn't really a reference, but there was a thing I did want people to realise about her. Well, two things, but one is that she was a princess, but she wasn't one of those damsel in distress waiting for a man to save her kind of princesses. She was like kind of wanting to save herself, actually. And I also wanted to make Stardust like... Actually, yeah, that's just it.
An independent woman who don't need a man, basically.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do with most of the female characters. But with Virus, she is a bit like dependent on Tommy when she should just be depending on herself sometimes.
Yeah, season 3, Virus will kind of... I say that like it's not out yet, but season 3 will kind of shift away from Virus's love for Tommy.
Virus will kind of start to...
appreciate Serpent more. But there'll be an episode about that. That'll be coming up soon. What was your least favourite scene to voice act? I want to, but I'm not going to say... the whole episode of season 1 and episode 3. Season 1 was about the Protectors just settling in, getting into their crazy, smacky little adventures. Season 2 was about Tommy. Each season is dedicated to one of the Protectors. So season 2 was about Tommy. Season 3 is going to be about Altheria.
The final season, season 4, is going to be about Stardust.
Yeah, and... what was it? Oh, and my least favourite part to voice act was the part in the flashback where Tommy is playing Romeo in Romeo and Juliet. I was like, oh, Romeo, I said Romeo. I'm trying to say Romeo and Juliet at the same time. Romeo. Juliet, blah, blah, blah. And then the director's like, cut. Yeah. You know. And he's like, cut. And then I'm like, you think I'm going to be like Leonardo DiCaprio? And I was like, I cringed even more at that part. And in editing it, I was just like, please, do not be that take where I say that. Please, please, please. And it was that take. And I thought, oh, whatever, let's just leave it. I can't be bothered. And I'm not going to do that in the future, because I realise if something's bad, I might have to actually jump back to go film it again. So I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't be bothered in the future. But that was my least favourite part to voice act, although I am tempted to just say the whole episode.
My least favourite part... Oh, sorry, I've got the dog snuggling up to me, sorry guys. My least favourite part to voice act was when I don't know, because I liked voice acting most of it. Probably when Shocker was kind of annoying Katie on the lighthouse. It wasn't really... Because, like, I was just like, oh my god, I can get my phone right here.
Well, actually, I kind of like that, because it's juxtaposed with the fact, oh, I'm a strong, independent woman, and then she needs saving. Because it's juxtaposed with that fact.
Although in season 2 she does save Tommy, and in season 3 she does save Altheria.
What I wanted was for season 2, episode 13, when Jestro, in a word, you could say torture Tommy, when he tortures him, he's punching at him and beating him up, and Tommy's completely defenceless. He's like, oh, Jestro, stop! And, yeah, I wanted him to get knocked out even more, so it didn't go too much as planned, but it still went great. 6. What is your least favourite episode My least favourite episode Season 1, Episode 3. And maybe Season 2, Episode 3 as well.
Probably.
Season 2, Episode 3 was a bit cringy, same with that
probably
one.
Season 1, Episode 3. Season 1, Episode 3.
Pain of the Past, yeah.
Because I watched it earlier to see if there was anything that, again, needed improving. And there's a part in one of Katie's flashbacks where she gets mugged. And by then, she already still knew 7 martial arts. So, and she still barely used it. I'm like, why did I make her so weak? And I know I've grown up now, my voice has changed. But my voice was so high, I was like, oh my god, Tommy! It was just really annoying.
Who is your favourite character in the show? Is it that one? Yeah. My favourite character, question 7 this is, my favourite character would probably be Serpent. It's Serpent, I'm going to say that. He's just so cruel and malicious, but it's just fun to, like, Mark Hamill said this in an interview, and I truly believe this. He said he likes voicing crazy characters because they're unpredictable, and if they're unpredictable, they're never boring. And I thought, exactly. Serpent is so unpredictable, he's crazy, he's insane. And his motives, yeah, they're justifiable. He just wants, like, one crucial key part of Serpent's origin is that he wants to go back to normal, just like a full red-blooded Earthman. And instead, he's a green, scarred-up genetic freak, and he just wants to go back to the way he was. And if I was in his predicament, I'd be the same. But, you know, I just love voicing Serpent. I like having to, listen to me. I like switching to the voices. When he goes, like, he has this calm, soothing voice, and he's like, Violet's daughter. But when he's angry, he's like, Virus! So it's really fun to, like, you know, I like Serpent. He's the best.
Because I based Stardust off of what I wanted her to be, because I based her off a warrior princess, and I love warrior princesses. But now it would make sense for me to say Stardust, but I won't, because I don't want to sound self-absorbed. So I'm going to say Elfria, because she was just very strong, and she could hold her own. And in season 3, she'll become even more badass.
Yeah. If I leave to go and record it, it's because I'm checking the time. If it's over 30 minutes, then I can't do it. It's 12 minutes so far, so we've got a bit to go yet. But let's crack on. Question 8. Okay, only a bit to go now. Question 8. Who is your least favourite character? I really think Shocker, actually. Probably Shocker. And I don't... It's pretty obvious why. Like, I'm not a big fan of the voice. He might come back, he might not in season 3. If his voice changes a little bit, it's because I might think I change his voice. So I don't like Shocker. I made him a bit cringy. And if I said you lousy do-gooder too much, it's because it helped me. I don't know why, but it helped me get back into the mode of the Shocker. Because in video games he has like an accent, so I had to put that on there, but I didn't know how. And I was like, you lousy do-gooder, you're gonna pay for this. And then he's like, you know, it just didn't work. But also, going back to the previous question, Deadeye is one of my favourite characters as well.
My least favourite character, I'd have to agree with Tom. It is probably Shocker.
Oh God.
I just quite.
Is it the same reason?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to explain why, or should we just move on?
Nah, move on.
Like, who is your least favourite character? Question 9. Do you think there's room for improvement? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, defo. You know, the fights, they could be a little shorter. I've said that in the past, and we are going to live up to that. The cringe, that we're doing good in season 3 so far. I think we're doing good. You know, be that as it may, it's my opinion. I think we're doing good in terms of like no cringe. In season 2 and season 1, we were very, very cringy in some of the scenes. I watched it to kind of improve on it, and I was just like, oh God, why did I say that? That, like, sometimes me and Kate will have debates, like, oh, so Katie will have an idea. She could say like, oh, maybe this could happen, and Tommy could say this. And I'll be like, yeah, but I don't think Tommy should say this line like this, or Katie needs to say it like this. And we'll kind of like, not really, it's kind of like instructive feedback. We'll just say like, maybe Stardust could have a bit of this in the future, and then we could kind of just like, we're not like saying, oh, do that better, idiot. We're just saying like, oh, we could do this better in the future. Cringe, I think we're doing a good job on. We'll keep it up. The fights we will definitely make shorter. Anything you want to say, Kate?
What was the question? Sorry.
What could be? Do you think anything could be improved?
Oh yeah. So I think we could improve virus, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know I've explained, but if you didn't know what I mean, this is the shorter version. I just want to make her a bit more of an independent woman.
Yeah.
And also, I want to make.
Actually, I like that dynamic.
Also, I want
because
to
Virus is kind of like Katie's yang. It's like yin and yang because Katie wants to be independent, but Virus is just like, I need someone. I need Tommy.
Yeah, and
so I like that.
So, and also I want the characters to be a bit more acrobatic in fights. This is why, if you see Stardust spinning around lots when she's grabbing people, that would be why. Because Stardust is a very acrobatic character, and she didn't really get that displayed in season 1 and 2. So I'm trying to display it a lot more in season 3.
Yeah.
When I play as
question 10, is it? Yeah, question 10. What could be improved? Well, I mean, we pretty much just said that, really. I don't know why I put that question in there. I mean, it's pretty much just cringe and fight scenes and then maybe a few characters.
Right, next question.
Yeah, next question. How is editing? Stressful and fun?
So, yeah.
Stressful. It is stressful. But Katie will say, like, sometimes Katie will be like, oh, you could zoom into there. And I could be like, yeah, okay. Or she'll say, like, oh, you need to add a filter there. And I'll be like,
as it's rendering to go onto YouTube, sometimes we're like, oh my god, the fans are gonna see it if there is any fans. But and we're like, oh my god, you guys are gonna see it.
And then sometimes
that's why we're excited. But like, if we haven't like edited something properly and it just didn't work and we render it still, we'll be like, oh no, we need to stop, as it's on like 100% nearly on YouTube.
Yeah, and yeah, sometimes Kate will be like, put a filter there, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't think that works. Sometimes we kind of have a little bit of a loud, I say loud, it is loud. We have a loud discussion about, no, we're not doing this. Ah! And
yes,
we'll
sometimes we have little dumb arguments, and then when we stop,
and then we're at the end, and we're just like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then we're just like, why are we arguing about this? This is really
This
stupid.
is pathetic, yeah.
It's just a TV show.
We argue, and then we're just like, it's a stupid cartoon. Why are we arguing? But you know, editing stressful sometimes, but it is fun sometimes because I like to put a twist on something. When Tommy does the Outland Lightning Blow, I wanted to add a filter because that's again inspired by Dragon Ball because pretty much every time they do a move, there's kind of like a filter on it, and I added more filters on the character. So Tommy goes Outland Lightning Blow, and then it's like put a filter on there, and then he faints. What is your favourite fight scene? Actually,
Warriors protect us.
No, this is question 12.
Oh.
My favourite fight scene probably is when Tommy fights Serpent in episode 8, because when he gets stabbed, spoiler alert, but you've had like a year to see it. When he gets stabbed, he's like, Kate, you must go. And he's kind of like, I like to imagine, like, it thinks like we can't, there's so much limitations in Gang Beasts. Like in Saints Row, you can.
Gang Beasts is the thing we film Protected on, by the way.
Yeah, the main part, but Saints Row is the other one in the future.
What's the time?
What? On record it. I'll just carry on explaining. Crunchyroll. Yeah, Crunchyroll is good. Oh, okay, we'll end it in a minute anyway. When Tommy is stabbed, it was very cruel. I liked filming that part because in Gang Beasts she can't obviously bleed, but obviously if you get stabbed you'll bleed. So I think I like to think that maybe. Like, I can't really think, because he was bleeding, and he's like, Katie, you must go, and she's like all defiant, and she's a bit like, no, I'm not going to leave you, you're my brother, and I love you, and yeah, you know, it's great, and I liked that kind of brother-sister dynamic, because Tommy could have died. I mean, he was stabbed around an exploding base.
Katie got him out on her own.
Off screen, like, we didn't really know how to incorporate that. But
yeah, she got him out.
I'm thinking of doing deleted scene videos for Protectors. So once my storage is back on there, that's why there's been no Trinity for like a month. Once my storage is back on there, we'll do a deleted scene of Tommy, of Katie getting Tommy out of there, and we'll do the episode when we can, and then we'll do the next episode a few days later. We usually do 2 episodes a week, just like we did with Extinction. What's your favourite fight scene? I don't think you said.
Oh, no, I didn't. My favourite fight scene is when Stardust fights Silver Sable.
On the roof?
No, in season 2, episode 13.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Because she's like in the base worrying, and then Sable just grabs her by the hair Like, Stardust, cut your hair, it's too long, love.
I know.
I don't know why I'm saying love.
Oh, I just realised Deadeye and I gave Silver Sable a Russian accent, which I failed to do, because Russian, for me, is like one of the hardest dialects. It is a very hard language. And like, Stardust, it's me again. And then Deadeye's like, I will assassinate the president. And it's like, oh, so
Cringe.
After this, I'm going to take you upstairs and it'll only be me coming out. I'm joking. That's a mean joke.
Then promise me you'll look after Rosa and Gramsci.
Okay.
Anyway.
So your favourite fight scene, do you want to explain why, or shall we move on?
Moving on, love.
Okay, because of time in it. What's your favourite fight scene for each protector? We're going to join two into one. Like, we're going to have two fight scenes, but they're going to be mashed into our favourite. My favourite fight scene / scenes for Tommy would be the casino fight and when he fights Serpent in episode 8. Because when the casino fight begins, I put Darude Sandstorm on there. It's inspired by Johnny English because he's dancing to Darude Sandstorm after he's trying to avoid an assassination.
In the official clip.
Yeah, but we had to kind of get rid of it. Well, no, I didn't. I just got rid of it by accident because I'm an idiot and I don't think. But I like it because Tommy's stressed out juxtaposed with fancy, funky music. And I like it because it's like, what should I do? The president's going to die. And then it's like, diddle 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 diddle. And I'm just like, yes. And I like the casino fight because it proves how much badassery we put into their character. I think Tommy's fight at the beginning of one of the episodes, I don't remember which one. One of them, definitely. It's like episode 6. Episode 6, I think, is a bit long. So I'm sorry about that. And then his fight with Serpent is just so cool. And I like how it's just me talking to myself for the whole fight. My favourite Stardust fight scene... My favourite Stardust fight scene would probably be when she fights... I don't know, actually. When she fights Silver Sable on the roof in episode 4 of season 2. It's just like... I like when she throws her down and she goes, ha! And then it's like... I didn't. Sorry, you do it. Go, ha! Yeah, sorry. She kind of just jumps off and kind of like lands on Sable and she's just like...
Yeah, and she blasts her down and then jumps on her like a wrestler.
Yeah, because... Yeah. Oh, and then another one would be like where she's fighting all the time loop goons. And then my favourite Etheria fight would be where she fights Black Cat on the roof. I'm a woman,
yeah.
Because I think I said that actually, but yeah, it's one of my favourites. And then another one would be like, you know, when she... I feel like there's another... when she fights Time Loop just after Tommy gets sent to the future.
Yeah.
And Katie gets pretty much drowned. Go on, what's your favourite fight scene for Tommy, Stardust and Elvira?
My favourite fight scene for Tommy is probably when he fights
I'm just gonna check
a casino fight for Tommy because it's just awesome. For my favourite fight, Stardust would be I need to do two. Yeah, for Tommy it would be the casino fight and the fight with Shocker.
Oh, and the Ferris
I don't even like the episode very much, but I did like that.
Well, if you want, you can change it. I don't mind. But
that's funny though, isn't it? I don't even like the episode, but I like the fight scene. Anyway,
you're obsessed with the episode at a time.
But anyway, my favourite fight scene for...
No, I remember me saying it was cringy, and you were like, "No, it's fine."
Anyway, my favourite fight for Stardust is probably when she fights with Time Loop Goons on a stealth spree in season 3, episode 3 in it, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, but can I just... Yeah. Can I just say as well, I liked voicing the scene where Serpent comes into the bar in the future and he's like, Tommy's eating all the food, and then the woman's like, I'm scared of you, and he's like, pew, pew. Yeah. It demonstrates how cool and like evil he is. Yeah, he's obviously inspired by the Joker. That's obvious.
Did I say 2 fight scenes for Stardust?
You said the Time Loop one.
And also, if I didn't say number 1, then I'll also say when she fights Serpent in episode 12, season 2. Like, it's a short fight, but it was quite good.
That's road trip, isn't it?
You know, for Altheria, I would have definitely to say when she fights Serpent in the ring in episode
13 of season 2.
Yeah.
Is that one? Yeah.
Yeah, because she just like kicks his ass. And But yeah, and also but I like when she fights. When she like starts to fight. Sorry guys. I also like when she takes out the time loop goon.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah. No,
Alfiri. Oh. I thought you were still on Stardust and you were just expanding on it. So what was it? When Alfiri fights the time loop goon and then... Oh, okay. Yeah. We're going to end it now. Trinity will come out soon, as will Protectors Versus. But it was so rubbish, because spoiler alert, in the last one, Roland Waits, who died...
In the last Protectors Versus.
Yeah, not the last Protectors episode. He probably won't come into the series, but he might be, like, teased in one of the episodes. Roland Waits came at the end of the last Protectors Versus, and the music was composed by me. And he came in, and then my storage issue came up, like, immediately afterwards. Not, like, a minute after, I mean, like, a day after. So pretty much almost immediately after. And he came in, like, all suave and badass, and he's just like a... And, you know, Serpent... Yeah, spoiler alert, at the end of Protectors Versus, Serpent dies, pretty much at the end of it. Serpent... Deadeye and Virus kill him, they kind of, like, torture him to death. And they explain how, but, you know... yeah, Roland Waits came in, and then the storage came off. So, yeah. But it'll come out soon, don't worry, and we will...
See you next time.
Keep going on music, hang on. Yeah. See you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye!